Hello, it's Greg and Guys, and we're back. We hope you're having a happy day wherever you're listening to this audio content from. As always, I'd like to thank you for your continued support of Greg and Guys on social media and writing efforts. Thank you. This is episode 036 of the Greg and Guys, definitely not a podcast show. A light and fluffy look at social media, Japan, Japanese food, expat life, and life in general. As always, your retweets of this and all the wonderful content that we actively tweet and retweet out on Craig Hoffman 11 on Twitter is appreciated. Thank you in advance for helping us get the good word out about Gray, Grizzled, and Gaijin. Welcome back, another good show today. Appreciate the recent support of this show. Again, I don't do it for ratings or money or even fame. I think I have things that are of value to put out there for people to consider. And again, if it adds something to their life, that's great. And if it does not, hopefully, at least on some level, it's entertaining. And according to the messages and emails that I get, it is. So there's that. Today I want to talk about people and placing a premium on people. Spent a lot of time on Craig Hoffman 11 on Twitter and on my blog, especially in 2019, shouting out people, retweeting their content, and I've made more of an effort than ever to kindly comment on blogs, review things when I can for people, and make an effort to help other people's social media. And of course, on some level, I hope that those people return the favor. It would be disingenuous to say that I did not. But my bigger goal is to truly make sure that I'm doing something positive on social media and in my life. And you would think that that would be everybody who's on social media. And you would think that that would be every foreigner who lives in Japan. And certainly every person who lives in the world and who is fortunate to have a little bit of money, a little bit of time, and a little bit of talent and ability to, quote, be more, end quote, in life. But it isn't. And I was kind of reminded of this today. I was listening to some content from another foreigner here in Japan. I don't particularly engage them, and I don't follow them, and they don't follow me. The name isn't important, but I'm sure they give it their best effort. But every time I listen to that content creator, quote, helping people, end quote, I kind of just want to smack them, because they do it in such a way, like, it just comes across to me, and again, it's just personal opinion, that they're lifting the person or the people up with one hand, but kind of with the other hand, they're pushing them down by being so sarcastic and so condescending. And that's just not my style. Maybe it's a very stylistic difference between my positivity and my penchant for seeking the best in people and the best out of even the most dire of situations. Maybe we're just at such polar opposites that, you know, maybe he sits around going, gosh, man, Craig's so positive. That's who listens to that sunny junk? I don't know. But it is what it is. I imagine most people fall somewhere in the middle and hopefully lean, according to my social media numbers, in comparison with those folks like that person. I'm winning that battle, I hope, and I appreciate the positive people out there who help me win that and fight the good fight at least every day. But I do lift up people and I push people to be more, because honestly, I don't know that I'm going to get to the top of the heap. I don't know that I'm going to be super famous, super rich, super popular, or even remembered long after I'm gone. And it bothers me a little bit. I've realized, life is a very finite thing. Recently, we've had some deaths in our family, and we've all taken that really, really hard, although it was not unexpected. I've had some friends who've had some parents die recently. And again, not unexpected to some degree, but it hurts. I'm sure it hurts them. I've been greatly affected to hear the news. And when I think about the wonderful memories I had with those people growing up, it's sad to see them go. But I hope that the memories, the positive memories of those people stay in the hearts of those who remain. And my day is coming, right? I often go to the grave to clean with my family. And I clean extra hard because I know I'm going to be shoved in there next to my lovely wife's ancestors someday. maybe my extra cleaning effort is all for naught, but I show a little extra respect in knowing that they're not coming back to me, but I'm most assuredly coming to them. And so I go about my day and I wonder, what am I doing to help people? There's a new podcast out, Mad for Maple. If you don't know Kevin O'Shea, you should. He's got a new Making Better Teachers podcast. And I did a blog post, and I've retweeted it on Twitter several times, and other people have done the same. I just think that's such a kind thing to do for a person who has given so much to the expat content creator community and the larger Japan-loving community at large. But that should mean that hundreds, if not thousands, of people are liking and retweeting and sharing his content, and that just doesn't happen. And other people who produce really, really great content never seem to get the bounce that other people get, and I wonder why. People who are much, much, much smaller in raw follower numbers than I am don't seem to make very much effort. And the person I was talking about before, long ago I had 0 followers, and that person had, 400. And fast forward like 2.5 years, my consistency and my penchant again for being a really positive person and lifting up other people whenever the opportunity arises, and more importantly, creating the opportunity to help people. Now I'm pushing like 16,000 people, and I took a cursory glance just before I was trying to do this episode. There's about, 600, 700, 800 people. So in the same time frame, I went from 0 to almost 16,000, and that person picked up no more than 300 people in the same time frame. And I'm not saying that makes that path any better or worse than the one I'm on, especially with social media or in life, but there's a concrete example that kindness and being uplifting to other people is important and pays dividends and returns in life and on social media that are quite large. But again, I like to think that someone that I engage is going to make it on social media or in writing or in content creation. And I know that even if they don't, people in my circles that I have worked hard to develop depend on that money. You really don't know as much about people on social media as you think. You hope that they're honest, and you hope that what they say can be taken at face value. But even more recently, there was some conflict between a couple of Gray, Grizzled, and Gaijin engagers, and people kind of went off the rails, and they had been nothing short of super supportive of my dreams, social media, and writing efforts. I was really shocked and taken aback, and to be honest, really hurt that somebody kind of took advantage and besmirched the reputation of Gray, Grizzled, and Gaijin. I don't try to be controversial at all on Twitter. I simply put out content that illustrates some acumen in social media marketing, as well as my love of Japanese food and Japan, in the hopes of growing and creating something worthwhile that goes beyond my job. I really didn't need the drama, and I didn't need the stress that came with people kind of, quote, hijacking, end quote, my Twitter feed. But it happened, and it was a valuable lesson that when you put people first and you lift people up, it doesn't mean that people aren't still going to step on you and put you down. And there's that famous story about the fox and the scorpion, right? Scorpion tells the fox, please take me across. And the fox said, why would I do that? You're just going to bite me, sting me, as it were. And, as the story goes, finally the fox relented, took the scorpion on its back, and like halfway across the river, the scorpion stung him, and they both drowned. And, the fox is like, well, why did you do that? And the scorpion said, it's just in my nature. And, I hope that people in life by nature are quite good and kind, but I'm realistic and pragmatic enough to know that behind computer screens lurks dark, dark, dark forces and demons, sometimes that people don't really control, and sometimes demons and darkness that people don't want to be controlled. So something to think about. I hope that as you go about your day in real life and on social media, that you are putting people first, because when you put people first, you are putting yourself first. We are all human beings. We're all in this race together, and it all ends the same way for each of us, from a baby all the way to the oldest person, from the poorest person listening to this show all the way to the richest person. It all ends the same way. And I don't know about you, but I'm wholly committed to making my time on social media, in writing, content creation, and in real life really, really, really count. And I hope you are too. That's it, and have a great, great day.